Everyone, Randy here. I have my wheel horse behind me and I just put some new tires on it because the tubes that I had were in place because the old tires were pretty much wore out. They're really thin 2-ply ones, and I wanted to get some with good tread because eventually I thought about filling them basically with rubber because I've been mowing over a lot of thorns in some untouched ground where there's a lot of thorn trees. Haven't done that yet, but I did get the new tires on, mowed once, and I have a bunch of thorns in there already, and I pulled one out and I could hear psss. So I stuck it back in, and what I'm going to try to do before I do the green slime anyway is use some rubber cement and a syringe. So I bought some of this rubber cement, couple of syringes, and the goal is to pull out the thorn and fill the hole with some rubber cement. We'll see how it goes. So here's a closer look at the tires. You can see one big one right there. I'm not going to pull that one out right quick because I'm guessing it's going to let air out. Here's another one right here, and I'm not sure if this is actually embedded in there or not, so I'm going to just try pulling this one out. Yeah, that one's just a little thorn. It didn't go all the way through, but you can see what I'm dealing with here. I'm going to get a cup to put these in, and then you can see another one back here I'm going to pull out in a second. These thorns here are the ones I pulled out so far that were not too far embedded, but the next one I pull out, I think I'm going to hear some air. Okay, before I pull out that thorn that I'm thinking is going to leak, I'm going to take my syringe, take some rubber cement, and then pull out the needle. We'll see how this works. So I think what I'm going to do is just pull out the plunger. I'm going to pull out the plunger and go on the top. Maybe I should have put the needle on first. Oh man, making a mess. Making a mess. Here comes the needle. Try not to poke myself. But you can see I got this big needle. It's a 16 gauge by 1 inch needle. So I'm going to add a little bit more of this cement. This is a lot runnier than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be more like a model cement back when I made models, but we're going to give this a shot. So I'm going to put this in, turn it upside down. Let's get the air out of it. And that's what I'm going to have at the ready to plug a hole. Let's see how it goes. Okay, here we go. There it is. I can hear it. I can hear air already. So I'm going to grab this syringe. You can see the bubbles already. I'm going to just try to work some of this in as I pull it out. Still seeing a little bubbles. Like I said, it's a lot thinner than I thought it'd be. I actually used a lot of that rubber cement and didn't even realize it. You can still see bubbles leaking there, so I might have to use some type of thread soaked in this rubber cement to actually form a plug, because that hole might be a little too big. Well, I'm not confident this is working, but I'm going to try another thorn as well. But before I do, I better fill up my syringe a little bit more. I'm going to try it a different way. Well, that's not working. There, I got some. There we go. You can see that thorn right there. That's what I'm going to be working on. I can hear the air. It's almost like I have to come out slow just to give it time to set up a little bit, because it does set up pretty quick. And with air pressure in the tire, it wants to push out that rubber cement. Yeah, it's still leaking. I think I'm gonna need to use some type of a string, kind of like the black tar soaked rope for larger tires. Like I said, I'm not too confident on how this is gonna work with just the syringe and the rubber cement, but since it was so runny, I'm going to roll the tires around a little bit. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll find the hole, kind of like the green slime does. Yeah, it's funny driving around with that rubber cement on there. I'm picking up a lot of dirt, so that adds another variable to this project. And look at here, I see another little thorn. It's a little one. Well, that's a bust for today. I think I'm gonna take a break, and what I'm gonna try to do is order a leather needle, basically one of these for leather stitching. But what this one is, it's to plug puncture holes in larger tires. What you do, you ream out the hole, and then you put some of this, I don't know if you can see it, some of this string that's soaked in tar through the eye of this, shove it in the hole, twist it, pull it out, and then cut it. And the tar on here, or the liquid rubber, actually fills that void and seals the leak. What I'm going to try to do is just take some of this string, soak it in that rubber cement, and use a leather needle, which is much smaller than this tool, for those small thorn holes, and give that a shot. So until next time, we'll see you. Hey everyone, I'm back. I had to take a day or so off because I wanted to order a tool that is made to stitch leather. And what it is here, it's just kind of a small awl with various types of needles to pull the thread, and there's actually a threaded needle that I'm going to try to cut a little chunk of string, kind of like the patch kits for larger tires. But before I put the string in, I'm going to soak it in some of this orange slime. It's like the green slime, but I got this orange stuff, I don't know, for whatever reason. I don't necessarily want to fill my tires with this stuff yet, so I'm going to try the pinpoint approach by taking literally a pin and a piece of string soaked in that slime to patch the hole. So I also have some soapy water here. I'm going to try to find that hole because it did leak when it set over the last couple days. So here we go. One of the other things I bought was this tire marker, so I can actually mark on the tires, because I wasn't able to mark where the holes were last time. So I got this, so let's see if we can find that leak. Yeah, I think the one is right there, and I think the other one is down here somewhere. I found the leak right in here somewhere, but it's like right in the channel of a thread, so I need to clean it out. So I thought I'd show you the leather awl kit. It came with these types of needles. Here's a handle and the various needles. I'm going to use this one right here, because this one I'll be able to thread that string in, poke it down in, twist it, pull it out, and then cut it, and hopefully that'll be enough to seal it. But right now I'm going to use it to clean this little channel out. Yeah, I'd hate to actually poke another hole in the tire if I can't find the actual hole. So I need to make sure I find that. There it is. I think it's actually outside of that channel. Yeah, right there. It's really tough to find the exact hole. I tried to dry it out a little bit using my spray gun, because that's the hole where the thorn was. But I think by pushing this in, it's making it leak somewhere outside that hole. So you can see the bubbles are out there too, so I don't know if there's two holes in there or what, or if I just need to push this down a little bit more. Well, there's a definite hole where that all is now, so I'm gonna have to try to plug that. So I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and do it. But I'm gonna prepare the string and soak it and thread it in this before I put it in there. One trick when you cut these, cut on this side of that knot instead of this side, because then you can push this through, throw away that, and you still have use of that little zip tie. So a little nugget of wisdom for you there. I'm not going to use this top because I'm not going to fill the tire right now. I'm going to just put a little bit of this in here. Hopefully I won't make too much of a mess. So that's all I'm going to use. Now we'll see if I'll be able to thread this string through this awl. Oh my goodness. Got it. So now what I'm going to do is soak this string in that slime and then poke it in the hole. Okay, so we got her nice and soaked. Let's see if we can get it in the hole. Before I poke it in the hole, I wanted to show you something. Down here, you can see where my other hole is, so we're gonna have to do that one next. Well, it looked like it just squeezed the slime off of the string. I think I'm going to soak it and try it again. It's funny, I don't hear any leak right now. Here we go again. I think I forgot to twist. I'm going to twist it a couple times to make a knot. I'm pulling it out and that's not working. Oh, it looks like it's this needle has a flute in it. Didn't account for that. Try it again. Just not getting it to stay in there. I think my second approach will be to try to shove the string down there but not use a threaded needle. Just want to get it down in there and then I'll try cutting it because this isn't working. Okay, I'm going to try the threaded needle one more time. Except what I'm going to do is once I get the threaded part of the needle down into the hole, I'm going to pull the string so it draws at least one side down into the hole. So I'm going to hang on to this side, poke her in. I think my problem is when I'm twisting, it's not actually twisting the awl. There we go. That's what I wanted. So now you can see the string is down in there and I pulled the loop back up. This is what I was trying to do to begin with. So now I actually have string in the hole with some of that green slime. So now I'll just be able to cut this off. This will wear off just fine. I'm gonna put some soap on there. See more bubbles there, and I don't know if there's two holes there or what, because there's definitely that one big hole. So I'm not out of the woods yet. And I may have to fill this up with that liquid one of these times, but what I'm going to do is air this up a little bit more. Put this mark on the bottom so if there's any of that slime in there, hopefully it'll go down and plug that other hole. Not looking good, but I'm going to park that so the line's on the bottom here in a second. can see where the other leak is. I'm gonna see if I can isolate that hole and give that one a shot. I see another one down there too. Maybe that's where it was. I think there's still a thorn in that one. There is. It's a very little bit that's in there. Yeah, I think I might be resorting to the slime inside the hole because there's just so many little thorns. Well, there's a hole there now. I'm going to mark it and try to thread some more of that green slime on a string. So a couple lessons learned is I needed to make sure this awl was really tight so I could turn this once it's in there, and also give this time to soak. So now I got to find that hole again. Easier said than done. There it is. Push it in, and then I'm going to be turning it so it makes a knot. And then I'm going to try to pull it out, and that didn't work. Last time I was trying to pull the string out, but there we go. The string's in there and the needle's out, so I can cut it again. My scissors. And hopefully not see any bubbles, and I'm not seeing any, so I'll see if I can find another hole. Well, I'm still seeing some bubbles there. I don't think this approach is going to work. I may have to resort to the directions on that slime and actually let the air out of this, put in, I don't know, so many ounces of that fluid and drive it around and just try to avoid thorns. Give me any comments or suggestions if you have any. Well, that didn't work as well as I thought it would. Thanks for coming along with me on this journey for some new methods of trying to deal with thorns. But I think I'm gonna have to go the tried and true way of using that slime within the tire. I was trying to avoid it, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do any video on that because I'm pretty sure there's videos out there per directions of that slime. But give me any comments if you ran into this problem, or if you have any suggestions on something else I could try aside from burning the ground and cultivating it before I mow with these pneumatic tires. Till next time.